Oh. When I say no ban, you say no wall. No ban! No ban! No ban! No ban! When I say no wall, you say tear it down. No wall, tear it down. No wall, tear it down. No wall, tear it down. No ban, tear it down. Hell yes! Thank you. My name is Regunberg. I'm a state representative here in Providence, and I'm proud to stand with all of you today as we raise our voices against the un-American bigotry put forward by Donald Trump on Friday and every day before then. Today, all of you are sending a message that this neo-Nazi rot has no place in our country and no place in the lively experiment that is Rhode Island. For all the members of our refugee and immigrant communities who are here, who may be listening, I want to say something that doesn't get said enough. Again, and it's been said before here today, our community is strong because of you. You make our state a more vibrant, a more beautiful, a more special place, and we could not be more proud that you call Rhode Island home. Now this issue really cuts deep for me personally. I would not exist today in this world if not for my grandfather being able to escape Nazi Germany and find safety as a refugee in the Philippines. Most of his friends and family were not so lucky because so many countries, including our own, refused to take in the desperate Jews trying to flee the destruction of the Holocaust. That policy decision to turn away my Jewish forebears remains a deep mark of shame on the United States, and yet here we are repeating that exact same shame today. Boo! Except this time there's a difference, right? Because this time millions and millions of Americans are standing up to say, not on our watch. Hundreds of thousands of us are rallying at airports and state houses and taking the streets saying we will not let this Nazi BS happen again. And we're here today at our state house because although this rot may start with Trump, it's been brought to this building too. Right now there is legislation in our General Assembly to strip away Providence's sanctuary city status, to make it a punishable offense for public officials to not investigate immigration leads, to discriminate against Muslim refugees. You know what we say to that? Not on our watch! Not on our watch! Not on our watch! Good news though, there's resistance legislation too. There's a bill that I believe is going to be put forward by Representative Maldonado to stop local law enforcement in our state from cooperating with mass deportation orders, and it needs our support. And there's legislation I will be introducing this week requiring the state of Rhode Island to divest our pension funds from any companies that are hired by the federal government to help build Trump's racist wall. Because if you're making profit off of this hate, then we shouldn't be giving $1 of our funds. So with that in mind, I'm going to have to ask you, all of you, to commit right now to come back to this building when my colleagues and I are in session and walk inside the front door, and then after you filled up the chambers in the State House, then to together stand up and shout, no ban, no wall.
No ban, no wall.
Can we do that? Can we make that commitment? All right. And I've got one more ask to make of you. We can make a big difference here at the local level, but we can also make a big difference in Rhode Island at the federal level through our congressional delegation. Our senators and congressmen do a lot of great work in Washington, D.C., and they should. They represent Rhode Island. They represent Roger Williams' state. Now, earlier this week, both of our senators broke with most of their Democratic colleagues to vote for Mike Pompeo for CIA director. Mike Pompeo, a torture-supporting, Muslim-fearing, Gitmo-backing surveillance hawk. That's not right. Now, it's very clear right now that people are awake, right? People across the country, they're standing up, they're putting their bodies on the line to resist. And I think there's a divergence between the political establishment, and that includes, in general, and I include myself in this, the Democratic Party. So it's our job as a movement to get all of our politicians as committed to this resistance as we are. Can we do that too? After this rally, Senator Whitehouse has a community meeting at Nathan Bishop Middle School, and I'm going to be walking along with my friends in the Extraordinary Rendition Band up the hill to Nathan Bishop to send a message that you're a leader, we love you, and we need you to be a leader in this resistance. You need to lead the way. We're Rhode Island, and I hope all of you will join me as we make that walk. Thank you.